Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Aberdeen Sports Talk Network, coming at you right now with my Week 6 recap of the Fantasy Football League, the Midtown-Brigade, my fantasy football league, the league that I've been part of now for a shitload of years, a league full of sharks. All right, some real throat cutters, you know what I'm saying? Guys that will stab you in the back, all right, just to get a win. All right, we got some dogs up in this league, man. That's 12 teams battling it out week after week, all right, for a grand prize of $1,200. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, bragging rights of who thinks is the best fantasy football owner. Again, it's a bunch of league. It's a league made up of friends and family, bunch of dudes just that don't give a shit. We are very, very hardcore, and we go ham on our group chat, man. Now, one of the episodes is going to be me sharing stuff from the group chat because I think it's kind of funny. And we had Week 6 came upon us, and we had some shit show matchups. We also had some great matchups, and your boys about to recap every single one of them. All right, shout out to the Midtown-Brigade Fantasy Football League, the best fantasy football league in the world. And the chat is about to live up. What up, Team Cruz? Carlos, owner of Team Cruz. Wepa, que pasa, loco? Dale. There we go, baby. Let's get this populating right now. And of course, as always, because I am the owner and the creator of this podcast, Garbage Man is back, is riding high in a 5-game winning streak. Your boy's on fire. Regardless of, listen, I'm not going to lie. I think our game here was the worst between me and New Era, which is a family rivalry that's been around now for a few years. Young Buck against the OG. He's the Young Buck. I'm the OG. They always want to take the title. But I think me and him had the lowest scoring output of the week. Everybody was putting up points like it was a disaster, like it was nothing cool. Me and him, it was insane. Even though I beat him by Sunday night, I did not need my other two players going on Monday night, which they shit the bed. Me and New Era went ham on this. It was a real crappy ass game. But here's the beautiful thing about fantasy football, right? It's like going to the club, right? Not every week you're gonna bag a dime. Other weeks you're gonna bag a dog. So sometimes you can't get that fine looking piece of ass to take home on the club. Other weeks, you gotta get the scraps. And when the other person scraps are worse than my scraps, guess what, dude? It's considered a W for the guy that had better scraps than the dude that had the shitty scraps who did not win, if we want to put it into layman terms here for this peeps. You know what I mean? I pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? I pulled it off. It's like 104 to 90.95 to 100. And let me tell you something. It was the battle of which team with the negative score for a player made it better. Let me tell you something how bad this was. He had ATN -1, minus 0.1. I had my boy Chris Olave go out, make a catch, fumble it, and then go out in the first play with a concussion, who, by the way, is not playing tomorrow either, with a 0 -5. All right, 0.5, minus 0.5. And then to add insult to injury, I still had Zach Moss take a shit at 0.5 points. With a combine, I had 3 players that combine negative points. All right, if you take 0.5 minus 0 minus negative 0.5, that's 0. When you add a -1, your total is, I had 3 players that combined to -1 points, -1 point. All right, that's crazy. And I still beat this guy. Sometimes when shit is due for you, shit is due for me. That's right, the $5 club, bro. $5 Hell Club, baby. Sometimes it's what you do. You know what they say about, there's a Spanish saying, bro, in the bar, right? Después de las 12 de la noche no existe mujeres buenas. Nada más que ron. Translation is going to be difficult in English, guys. It doesn't make any sense. But you know what? He, it was crazy. I ended up winning. What he had on the bench, if he would have, any other running back he would have put in there, would have done better. Any other wide receiver that I would have put in, like Jason, like JSN, it would have been an even done deal. But hey, it is what it is, man. My kicker's back. Olave's off this week. We'll talk predictions. But hey, listen, man. Sometimes you don't have to be good. You just got to be lucky. And this week I was a lot luckier. That's 2 weeks in a row that both of my opponents decided to take a bigger shit than me. It's not my fault. That's your fault. All right, let's go back here to the comments. No, everybody's good here. We got the comments on live in a little bit. Y'all, Team Bring It, who's been hot, riding himself a 3-game winning streak as well, goes down to South Florida Spanish Ninja, who Ninja, goes from 1 week having a bad game, and then he just comes back like a house of fire. Week 6, week 7, these are pivotal weeks because you're gonna start, like Red Zone says, where winners becomes losers and losers become winners. It is the witching week. Week 7 coming up. But Ninja's right now still in the hunt. Monster game by Jordan Love. We know he came back with a bang. Alvin Kamara held his own, did not beat projection, but did okay. This week for Team Bring It, as he set down Joe Burrow, it didn't matter. Last week he still won. This time Joey did not live to expectation. The Giants D actually went ham. DeAndre Swift, back-to-back game, over 20 points. That's insane. Then after that was the problem. Austin Eckler, everybody thought he was going to have a good week. Did not. 0 point from Trey Tucker. Decided to put Trey Tucker in there because I guess, Justin Jefferson had a bye week. Kyron Williams had a bye week. There was a lot of shit that they needed to do, man. That's just it is. It is what it is. That's what happens in the waiver. That's what happens in the weeks where, we're struggling with bye weeks and stuff like that. But for Ninjas, I mean, Jordan Love, clicking on all cylinders. The Texans defense went ham. With 21 points, 19 points by Evan Ingram, who made his first appearance of the year. And he's going to serve huge for that offense because they have no wide receivers. And Evan Ingram is the wide receiver one in that team. That's hidden anymore. Even a 1.4 performance from Jerome Ford was okay. He didn't need anything. Going back on the bench, I said we are battling the buys right now, and also injuries. Malik Neighbors was not in that lineup, and he still dropped 147 points. That's scary. And by the way, TJ Hawkinson is coming back, which he doesn't need him. He should just release him so we could go ham for him. All right, what do we got next? What is the next matchup? Shout out to Ninjas, who another solid performance. Yo, Team Broadway and Happy Endings. Oh, Happy Ending still finally falls. Happy Ending was the last undefeated team. And look, let's give them credit. Let's go to this bench. Jonathan Taylor, injured this week. Cooper Kupp on a bye week, but he's also injured. Nico Collins, injured. Dallas Goedert, he did not start him. That's a good thing because Dallas Goedert did not show up. And who the hell is Schultz? At least has 6 points. Yeah, man. So injuries right now and bye weeks absolutely railroaded Happy Endings and finally took an L. Even though he's still the top team in the league, all right? He's still leading the league in scoring. Man was riding a 5-game winning streak. That boy is good. That boy good, dog. You know what I'm saying? That boy good. For Team Broadway, they started to start Justin Fields, all right, over who the hell did he have? Or Aaron Rodgers, which, a 2-point difference. Chuba, nice game. But Deebo Samuel and Chris Godwin and Terry McLaurin, it was a wide receiver week. And this man had, I think, the wide receiver one of the week, which was Chris Godwin, all right, with 39 points. Then he had probably Deebo, top 5 wide receiver of the week, along with Terry McLaurin. I mean, Terry McLaurin right now just catching touchdowns from my boy Jane Daniels, who's the reason why I won that other game. So, solid game by Young Ho Koo. He loves them Young Hoes, you know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go. Owner of Happy Endings, Jason Kim. He hates Broadway. I mean, yeah, he gave you your first loss, dude. But you're still the man. You're still the man. Don't ever forget that, brother. You know what I'm saying? Through loss, you're still the man. You're still top dog, man. You're still the hunted. Let's get back to the nitty-gritty over here. Yeah, so, finally gave him his first L of the year. It's bound to happen, man. Shit happens, bro. You got to lose sometime. Better lose now than lose at the end of the year. Team Vicious and Team Cruz. Yo, Team Cruz has been, sucking a big L lately, man. And finally, Team Cruz goes and takes a W after suffering a few games. And Trevor Lawrence beat projection in London. In London, mate. We up in London, mate. I can't do accents apart from ethnic. I can do accents from white people. I suck at those. But But Alexander Madison had himself 27 points, beating projection. That's always a surprise. Rico Dottle. Stephon Diggs knew he was going to have a big day with 19 points, having Nico out. And Zay Flowers, man, wow. When you beat projection by 9, almost 10 points, that's a good day. After that, he didn't eat much. His kicker was elite. 19 points after that offense shellacking they gave the cow bitches. I'm talking about the Detroit Tigers. Even the kicker was kicking somebody's ass named Dak Prescott. In regards to Vicious, who I'm facing this week, and I hope he stays cold, but my luck, I'm probably due for one. Gino just not playing well lately. Breece Hall finally woke up after having 2 mediocre games. DJ Moore finally came down to earth. Calvin Ridley, he is such in a bad situation, it's not even funny. Tucker Kraft after scoring like 20-something points, put up an L. Hey, Ray Davis, he put in after James Cook on Monday night. On Monday night, when James Cook went down, he had Ray Davis and gave him 18 points. The Buccaneers defense came home and ate like they were fucking hogs. Next week, there's going to be, let me see what he has going next week. We'll see. I know Rashid Shaheed is down. I'm happy for that. It's a shame I don't have Olave playing today. So I'm at least I'm going to, I don't know if it's going to limp in or not, but Anthony Richardson might be starting this week. So let's see what happens there. I'm hoping he stays cold and I stay hot and I heat up again because I haven't scored a lot in the last couple of weeks. Shout out to Tim Cruz. Got that dub. It is what it is, baby. All right, let's go back. Next matchup. Yo, Big Moon Dog and Gallimard on Wednesday, bro. Gallimard on Wednesday came back with a vengeance after losing by like decimals the week before against Team Brigade. So he was mad. This dude was mad. He mad. He mad. And of course, after like threatening Josh Allen, from an inch of his life by putting him on the block temporarily, saying he's on the block, he's ready to trade him. Fuck Josh Allen. Josh Allen heard the words, man. I think Josh Allen was eating his Gallimard on Tuesday instead of on Wednesdays, right before getting ready for the games before this. And I think he got the point. I think Team Gallimard's owner, Frank the Tank, was threatening him so much that he showed up this week with 30.5 points. Massive. Garrett Wilson, back-to-back huge weeks. If Josh Allen plays like this and Garrett Wilson like this week after week, Gallimard is a dangerous team, all right, because he has also the Legatron, all right, the real Legatron, Brandon Aubrey, to be the backup here and bring some dudes up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he'll look, and he's found something with Tyrone Tracy. So let's see if Tyrone Tracy, slows down a little bit now that that Singletary is back from injury, because he's been like big pickup here by Gallimard on Wednesday. I give him credit. I don't like to give him credit too much because it goes to his head, but this is a solid pickup. Great waiver wire pickup by the man. Oh, I don't know if he drafted him or not. I don't know. He had to come on the wire. I'm not sure. Jared Goff on the bench with 38 points. Doesn't matter. He didn't need any help to begin with. As a Big Moon Dog, Dak Prescott needs to stop playing football. All right. Najee actually had his best game of the year. But Jamar Chase and Higgins, the Bengals boys, which everybody thought that, hey, he's probably down by, it's not by a shitload of points, but when you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins together in the same team against the Giants, everybody thought these guys are going to drop 30 each. And that would have been the difference of the game. I guess everybody was wrong. When Tua comes back, you're probably going to see Waddle getting some action. But pretty much that's it, man. There was nothing going on. Just like the Dallas cow bitches this weekend, Big Moon Dog got his ass kicked, handed to him in many various ways. He probably shit his pants like that Prescott. Last but not least, Team Maximus in New York City Rico, man. New York City Rico finally gets the first dub of the year. His first dub of the year, man, in fashion. That's back-to-back weeks. Rico has dropped 150 points plus, and last week he lost, which is crazy, bro. This dude is hot. This team is so hot right now, scoring-wise. I mean, Baker Mayfield, I think that's back-to-back 40 points a week or almost close to 40 points a week before. Kenneth Walker, huge. A.J. Brown, first game back from injury. He has him, 24 points. Evans went out, and that's like his other big wide receiver with the Baker stack. This dude would have dropped probably like, if Evans would have dropped projection, you would have seen 170 freaking points out of this team this week. But again, he has the triple threat of Baker, Evans, and Chase McCall and Chase McLaughlin. He's a pretty good kicker, by the way, though. You can't front, though. You can't front. But, dude, this team right now looks dangerous. Kenneth Walker III, healthy, is nasty. James Conner's got to score. So he has a solid RB1, a solid RB2 that will be an RB1 in my team, by the way. A.J. Brown is receiver 1. Evans is the receiver 1. Nasty. I think people who are going to face this kid can actually go ahead and, run off a 6-game winning streak real quick. You know what I'm saying? And be 7-5. You know what I'm saying, dude? There's 6 games left. This kid right here, bro, you know what I'm saying, can have a 6-game winning streak and fuck somebody up out of the playoffs. I hope not, because it could be me. And I don't want that. But again, Maximus been struggling a little bit. I think he's a 2-game losing streak right now, if I'm not mistaken. Kirk Cousins, Kirk Cochains, after putting up 50-something points, came down back to reality against the shitty Panthers, which you thought he was going to put probably the same amount of points. But hey, guess what? Kirk needs a break. But shout out, though. He did give my boy London 19 points. So my boy London is hot. Joe Mixon came back with a bang. Wasn't enough. Mason was banged up. Deontay Johnson, big game. But Marvin Harrison, man, his big trade. This dude gave up a running back, man. He's a running back king. To get Marvin Harrison and not doing shit for him in the last 2 games. But don't worry, it's going to change. Great trade, by the way, Maximus. It was a great trade. Best trade of the year so far. Maximus, give it up Josh Jacobs for Marvin Harrison. Hasn't looked good yet. Trey McBride, 17 points, solid tight end, one of the best tight ends in the league. Bijan had a monster game. And this is one thing you might see Bijan now heating it up, all right, after this point, which is a positive thing for Maximus. Look, he had 30 points between the kicker and the defense. That's insane. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. He had a great performance. He would have beaten pretty much almost everybody in the league except for Rico. Just matchups, man. You go from a game that 2 guys combined dropped 269 points, and you go to a game like mine in New Era, who we dropped 205 points combined. It's just not fair in life. But guess what, bro? It's better be lucky than good or fair. All right, let's go to the before we move on, let's go to the standings. All right now, as it stands, the Uptown Division, Happy Ending is in first place. Team Bring It is in second. Happy Endings is up by a game. All right, New Era is number 3. Number 3, Maximus Moondog tied between 4 and 5. That's what we got right now. Let's see, Vicious in last place. Going back to the Downtown Division, your boy Garbageman is up. Galamont is right on my heels. 1 game behind, so is Team Broadway. You got 2 4 and 2 players. We are the toughest division. We are the most competitive division. Happy Endings kind of have a cakewalk, going over there. So it is what it is, man. I don't know. The hell, man, So the way that this holds, power ranking wise, we have Happy Endings, the top team in the league still. He scored a bunch of points. All right. And then I am number 2, just based on record. You know what I mean? Riding a 5-game winning streak. All right. I think right now I am the hottest team in the league, which might not be a good thing, but your boy doesn't shy from competition. And, Vicious, you're next this week. So I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Your boy about to go ham. Based on this, had a bad couple of weeks. Hopefully I am snapping out of this losing streak. My defense is playing really, really well because, I've only allowed 644 points. I'm going to use that in the meantime to my advantage because I really have slowed down on my scoring, which is not good. I'd rather score than give up less points. I would love a combination of both. So this is where we're at right now. And as if we look right now, the final standings, we are looking at Happy Endings being the number 1 seed here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I cannot do this. It doesn't show this right here. But obviously, there's some people here that are going to finish last. And, it is what it is, man. I don't see my name there. So, But that's what we got this week. Let's go look at the matchups, guys. Let's look at the matchup for week 7. Matchups right here. We got Team Vicious, 1 and 5, which don't let that fool you. This dude has been scoring a shitload of points. Okay, the last couple of weeks, him and Rico. Don't let that 1 and 5 record fool you because they have a lot of good players. All right. And that's right, bro. You're facing the weaker competition. Oh, guns blazing, man. Guns blazing. Let's get back to the predictions. The chat's on fire. I don't let Vicious record fool you, man. This guy's been scoring so many freaking points, man, that he's a dangerous team, especially with all his players healthy. I'm going to have a tough matchup against me, but I bet on myself every time, all the time, without a doubt. So hopefully I got some injuries. Olave's not playing, which he hasn't done shit to begin with anyway. But I also got a bye week. So, I'm limping in. CD Lamb still gets me like 16 to 17 points, which they're going to be missed with my lack of running backs. I just need Montgomery to keep, running that running back, man. One of the best running back twos in the league. Again, I'm betting on myself. I never bet on somebody else, so I am winning this week. Sorry, Vic, I'm sorry. Team Cruz against Team Bring It. Baby, bro against Big Bro. Because Bring It has like 20 brothers in this league. So, but this is baby bro. You know what I'm saying? Because this is baby bro, and then you got baby bro. You know what I'm saying? He is the youngest of the Bring It family. I have got my money on Big Brother. He does have a better team. However, Tim Cruz put a nice showing last week, and hopefully these are things that may change and hopefully turn the tide. You know what I'm saying? Again, my prediction is Team Bring It winning by 10. Maximus and Gallimard on Wednesday. Oh, we got the West Palm rivalry right here, man. We got, I guess you want to call Gallimard his cousin-in-law, right? He's married to his cousin, so cousin-in-law against cousin. Is that such a thing? I don't know if it's not, but if it isn't, or if it is, I just made it up, or I just made it a thing. It's welcome to the, Midtown-Brigade podcast here, bro. We just do whatever the fuck we want. We have Gallimard against Maximus. Maximus is limping, dude. Is limping. And Gallimard is on right now. This is interesting. Let me go to the box score for this one, all right? This is interesting. Let's take a look at this. I think this is the marquee matchup of the week. You got a team that needs to get back on the horse in Maximus, all right, the running back king, and Gallimard wants to keep pace with me, all right, in the division. So what we got going on over here is that, look, CJ Stroud against Josh Allen, pretty freaking even. Josh Allen gets the nod. Jahmyr Gibbs, I hope my boy Montgomery keeps taking, snaps away from him, even though these guys play evenly, but my boy gets all the red zone touches. We still need that to happen. I need Chase Brown to take a shit. I'm sorry, Gallimard, okay? I'm sorry, Frank, because I need Zach. All right, I need Zach Moss to, go back to what he was doing before the last couple of weeks. But Garrett Wilson is huge. It's going to be huge for him. So for Gallimard, it's about having the same consistency that, keep Garrett doing what he's doing. That may hurt him a little bit because he does have Devontae Adams in the team, so that's definitely going to take away some targets, which Rodgers has been massively targeting Garrett Wilson. So in the long run, it's not a good thing for Wilson. But even the matchup. But I'm going to go with Maximus here. He needs to win. My boy's limping. Sorry, Frank the Tank. But I think Maximus is going to get this one. Let's go back here to the. Let's go to New Era 8 and Team Broadway. So now here we got Team Broadway and New Era. Team Broadway is New Era's daddy, and he needs to New Era right now. The projection does not look good, and I think baby boy is gonna make daddy his daddy because it doesn't look great. Justin Fields, Chuba Hubba. You got Debo is questionable, but Debo's questionable every week. Chris Godwin is a monster. If Evans is banged up, Chris Godwin is gonna have a huge game. Breck Bowers is going to give you what Breck Bowers is going to give you in Terry McLaurin. If he keeps this up, should have a favorable matchup against Terry McLaurin. Now, I am still going to give the nod. And again, regardless of the projection here, all right, regardless of the projection, I want to give the nod to New Era. However, New Era is limping as well, even though I think Tank Bixby is going to give ATN a better ride for his money. Jaden Reed looks questionable, so that is a problem. Giving the nod to New Era, however, I think Pops has a fighting chance. Big Moondog in New York City. Rico, look, I'm not even going to go down the line here, bro. New York Rico has this. I'm sorry, Moondog, but your team is as bad as the fucking Cowboys, okay? You are the Cowboys of the fantasy, of the Midtown Brigade, bro. It is what it is, bro. The Midtown Brigade is just like the NFL, man. And the Cowboys are very overrated. Just like Dak Prescott, but he does have a problem here. He needs to go to the bench for his quarterback. Look, Jamar and T. Higgins are always week to week a very strong duo that people got to watch out for. So he does have a fighting chance. I think Rico is so hot, and this team is going to go as far as Baker takes him. All right, they're all on Baker's back. Baker is the engine that's going to fuel this lineup because he has horses right now. This team is healthy, therefore Rico is freaking dangerous week over week. I give the nod for this week to New York City Rico. Last but not least, happy endings, man. After suffering his first loss, I know this boy's probably hurting. He tired. He pissed off. He pissed off, dude. This dude is pissed. But Derrick Henry is a horse. J.K. Dobbins is back. Cooper Kupp might get a break. Might play this week. That's scary. So he's getting healthy again, and that's a problem. Ninja is always dangerous. He's gonna have to play some people because he has some bye weeks this week and some injuries that arise late. But I think Kamara is going to have a huge game because he's going to be the only offensive option this Thursday with no wide receivers. And I think moving forward, Kamara is going to get a lot of PPR points. A lot of PPR points, man, because he's going to be doing more catching without Shaheed out there. It's going to get wild. It's got to get crazy. But this is a tough one to call. Man. Happy ending. Can happy ending rebound after his first loss? That's the question. And can Ninjas keep that momentum from being the highest score the previous week? Tough matchup to call. I would love to call it a draw, but somebody has to win. And I'm sorry, happy endings, but I think Ninja has a little bit of an edge on you, depending on who plays this week. There you go, boys and girls. That's all we got. That's all we got for this week. The Midtown-Brigade Fantasy Football League, the best fantasy football league in the world. I do this every week to recap my league because it's fun and we have a good time. Woo! All right, baby. That was 26 minutes of madness and rapid recap. All right. We want to see you, everybody. Good luck to everybody. All right. Tomorrow is Thursday Night Football. The Broncos against the Saints, and it's a shitty game, but there's always money to be made in shitty games, guys. Take a look at your props. Make sure you hit the wire. Make sure you put your people on the IR or off the IR. Make sure your lineups are set. We got a London game this weekend as well. Jags are back in business. Make sure your lineups are set on Saturday night early on. Remember, boys, it's just like Vegas. All you need is a chip and a chair. In other words, a waiver wire pickup away from a win that can lead you to the playoffs is all you need. The Midtown Brigade, your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Network, signing out, y'all. Peace. Yo,